YouTube decides to remove number of dislike counts on a video to protect creators. Facebook announces that they will remove multiple ad targeting options, including options related to religion, politics, starting January 2022. Clubhouse launches replays with downloads option and improves user analytics. All this and much more coming up in this week's edition of the Connected Church News. Welcome, I'm Natchi Lazarus, and this is the show that brings you the top 5 digital and social media news each week in just 5 minutes. Let's get started. Our first big news of this week is from Facebook. Last week, Facebook made an important announcement about the decisions they have made to remove multiple ad targeting options starting January 2022. The announcement says that starting 19 January 2022, we will remove detailed targeting options that relate to topics people may perceive as sensitive, such as topics referencing causes, organizations, or public figures that relate to health, race or ethnicity, political affiliation, religion, or sexual orientation. So as you can see, the words that they have used include the word causes, organizations, health, and so on, which might include some of the activities that you as a non-profit ministry are involved in and the campaigns that you run on Facebook. So this comes to effect only on 19th Jan, so you do have some time to make the adjustments. So please pass this on to your social media and advertising team. Ask them to have a look so that they have enough time to make adjustments. Hi, do you find this news video useful? If so, I'm going to ask you to click the like button so that we can reach more church leaders and ministry leaders like you. Thank you so much. And if you've not yet subscribed, then do subscribe and click the bell notification so that you're always notified when we upload our news video each week. Thank you so much. Now let's get back to our news site. Our next news is about Clubhouse. Last week, Clubhouse announced the launch of a new feature called Replays, which, as the name says, allows you to toggle on and off the option to enable replays for any conversation in a public room. So you as a creator can choose to either enable it or not. Even though this announcement comes right after Twitter Spaces' announcement about recording and replay, which happened a couple of weeks ago. But I think Clubhouse has really thought through it in a different angle, because there is a unique feature that they have added where you can not only forward and scrub and all that in a replay, but you can actually skip between speakers. Because if you know about Clubhouse, one of the things is Clubhouse, multiple speakers are there and they go on and on because it's an audio platform. And sometimes you just want to listen to your favorite speaker or move to the next point, jump off from a speaker. Now you can do that in a replay by just clicking the next speaker button. You can just go to the next speaker and listen to whoever you want to listen to. So makes it much more meaningful, helps you capture conversations or parts of the conversation that you want to capture, almost like chapters in YouTube. So very interesting. I'll also link to the details that they have released about making the user analytics better on Clubhouse. So these are two things you might want to pay attention to. Our next news is about Twitter. Twitter announced the expansion of its paid subscription program, Twitter Blue, to United States and New Zealand. Earlier, they launched it in Australia and Canada. Now they're expanding it to US and New Zealand. This is a minimal $2.99, less than $3 subscription per month, which gives you access to additional features on Twitter, including undo tweets and app icon and bookmarks and a few other things. But the most interesting part of this offering is your ability to read articles from top publishers ad-free. You can read articles from publishers like Washington Post, LA Times, USA Today, Atlantic, Reuters, and so on as part of this premium subscription. So I think it's a quite interesting route that Twitter is taking, considering people go to Twitter all the time for news article consumption. So do have a look. Our next news is about TikTok. Last week, TikTok released a 2021 trends report that showcases the platform's ability to attract families, which is not something that you think of when you think of TikTok. You only think of young audience, but you don't think of families. But this is an interesting report that talks about how popular creators have created content related to the family, the hashtags, the videos that they've actually created, and the trends that are developing on TikTok. So quite an interesting article, and you as a non-profit ministry, if you're focused on family in some way, you definitely want to take a look and see if you can get some inspiration out of it. Our final news of this week is a big one from YouTube. YouTube has announced that they have decided to remove the number of dislike counts that you see below the video. the dislike button is going to remain there. It's just that they are removing the public view of the number of dislikes a video has got. If you still want to see how many dislikes your video has, you can still go to the analytics and look at it, but just that it is not going to be publicly visible. YouTube says the decision came after they tried an experiment where if they hide the count, people don't actively go and try to dislike a video just because they don't like the creator or they don't like the topic or something like that, some bias, and people click a lot of dislikes on the video just to discredit it. So YouTube wants to avoid such kind of a thing to protect the creators, so they have made this decision. Those are the top 5 news items I have for you this week. Thank you for joining me. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comment section. We'll make sure we get back to you. I'll see you next week with another set of news items. Until then, you stay connected and stay blessed. God bless you. Bye-bye. Hi. Thanks for taking the time to stick around a little bit longer after the scheduled 5-minute news. I really appreciate you. And I just wanted to, take a few minutes to make this useful for you. So I'm going to share with you an interesting bonus story that I came across this week, which I thought is quite interesting from a digital overall industry trends perspective. So I'll share that with you. But first, I want to tell you that it's raining here and the weather has been crazy. There's a lot of flooding and everything around this part of the world. So we're glad we're okay. We are doing fine. But there are many people who are not very comfortable with the current situation. So please pray for people and pray that the flooding and all of that's happening will have less impact on people's lives. All right. Thank you. All right. Okay. Here is the story I promised to share with you. The bonus story, which other people who hopped off won't get. You are one of those special people. All right. The story is, there was a recent article from CNBC that talked about how Meta, Facebook new parent company, Meta, is partnering with Microsoft. You think they're competitors, but they are partnering, and they are partnering in the space of offering corporate communications through Microsoft Teams and Facebook Workplace. So very interesting step in the digital social media industry. And Facebook is obviously looking to expand and get into the corporate business suite area. And Microsoft is probably looking to the VR opportunity that Meta is bringing to the table, because Microsoft has also been active in the VR space. So it'll be interesting to see how this too pans out. So just wanted to share that. I'm going to follow that story and see how it evolves, because I do see some use cases for nonprofits and ministries in this space. Okay, you have a great day. Thanks for joining me. God bless. Bye-bye.